Good morning. We're trying a new little setup. I am trying a new little setup, so hopefully it won't go wonky on me. Welcome to Sun and Moon's YouTube daily yoga practice. And we'll just give a couple of moments before we get started. I'm going to grab my coffee. So today's practice is you might have seen the initials O.A.R.T that I titled it. And it's a poem that I saw from uh, a poet by the name of Young Pueblo. And it was just these four words: observe, accept, release, and transform. And I just, the more I think about that, at first glance, it's like, okay, that's great and really easy to say. But the more I kind of digest it and think about, hi Jane, thank you. I thought they were good words. I think they're great words too. And the more I think about them and digest them and kind of, okay, so all right, I'm supposed to observe. What am I supposed to observe? Well, this issue. Let's observe this issue. So it's different. It, of course, it's different for everybody, and there are so many different uh, moments and opportunities to look at these suggestions really, and how they can apply. So um, I I actually thought about like making a chart or something to like put in the background, but I didn't want to distract the practice. So um, throughout our movements today, I'll kind of just be bringing us back to these four ideas. And if one is really resonating with you, that's awesome. If one is like not kind of making its way, then okay, then just kind of take what works, leave the rest today. But I do offer these words, and he has Young Pueblo has published works. So if this is speaking to you and you want to see if other things that they put out also speak to you, or if you think it might be beneficial to you, then definitely take a look. Um, so we're going to start a little differently this morning. On your mat or your towel or whatever space you have set aside for yourself, we are going to start on flat back. Okay. So as you get there, observe how you feel. Observe how today, hello, moms, is shaping up. And so, for me, naturally, right away, I moved to uh, Apanasana, or my knees into my chest. That might not be you. You might be like, okay, constructive rest is where it's at for me, or extending the legs into a little mini shavasana to start here. So, observe that and just go with what your body is telling you as we're just kind of settling in here, whichever works. And maybe that's stillness. So maybe you're in Shavasana just being still and scanning the body. Maybe you're in constructive rest and you are releasing the weight of your body into the earth. Maybe you're in knees to chest and just taking it through a little movement because that feels good. Just notice what your body is asking for right now. And Is there any tension that's not serving you anymore? So wherever you are, if you're moving gently, or if you're already in your sweet stillness, I invite you to just make your way to stillness for a moment and just notice where you. Sorry, guys. I think we lost connection. So, if you are in constructive rest, or if you are extended, if your legs are extended, then bring your knees up to your chest, hug them into your chest, and we're going to hold on to the right knee, okay? And extend the left leg up towards the ceiling and just point and flex the toe. Point and flex the toes. Maybe rotate the ankles. Still hugging that right knee in. Just getting a stretch through the back of the leg. And then lower the extended leg. So your left leg is extended. Lower the extended leg just to hover over the earth, keeping the low back flush with the mat. So you might feel, okay, hey, this is turning on the lower abdominals. Excellent. Notice that heat. Breathing, flexing through the left foot, and then release the left leg so you can bend it. Hug that left knee back in with the right. Excellent. And now clasp your fingers around the left knee, extend the right leg up. And of course, as always, it doesn't have to be straight, right? Pointing and flexing, maybe rotating the ankle. And then as you're ready, keeping the belly drawn in, so the navel drawn in towards the spine, which helps turn on the lower abdominal muscles to support the spine. Lower very slowly and gently the right leg to just hover over the earth. Breathing. I can already feel the heat in my body increasing, growing. Excellent. And release the right leg. Hug everything back into the chest. Give it a little rock left and right. And now let the knees fall completely to one side. So you're rolling on, you're completely on. Let's everybody go to the right. We'll go to the right side. Okay. And it's like you're just in a little fetal position here. You don't have to hug the knees up too tight. Find a comfortable position, but knees stacked, and extend your arms out in front of you, palms together, head resting on the earth. If this is not comfortable, you can take a little blanket, or if you have a pillow, to just rest your head on. And so our palms are together. And on the inhale, follow the inhale as you lift the top arm up into your twist. And on the exhale, take it back and bring the palms together. So inhale, open, fingertips move up towards the sky. And then on the exhale, take it back. And so you're going to continue on your own pace as to what feels good. But so moving into our a reclined twist from this direction is just another perspective change, right? So, how does this change the experience? So, the next time your palms are together, pause here, and we're going to take, instead of taking the arms up, fingertips towards the ceiling, we're going to take the bicep up towards the ear and the fingertips up overhead. So we're kind of making a rainbow overhead as we open up. And you may feel that this gives you a little bit different sensation in the shoulders, but we're going up and over the head. And again, you're doing that at your own pace. And maybe you have a friend. Breathing, noticing how this feels. Excellent. Next time your palms are together, just roll to the other side. You're going to roll to the other side. I'm just going to flip to make sure that you guys can still see me. And good, looks like we're still connected, which is great. So now you're on your left side, knees hugged in at a comfortable position, arms extended out in front of you, palms together. And to begin, on the inhale, we'll take the arms up and over, fingertips towards the sky on the inhale, and then exhale, back together. Inhale, up and over. Exhale, take it back, palms together. And move at your own pace here. Just you are very cuddly today. And then as you're ready, the next time your palms are back together, move into the rainbow. So open up the shoulders up and overhead, and then take it back. And you're keeping your arms straight the whole time to really, well, I would say the idea to help open the shoulders is that the arm is straight. However, if you know your shoulder would really like it so much better if there was a slight little bend and you came into kind of like a cactus arm, you know, that's a great observation. Excellent. Next time, palms are together. Pause on your left side. Take your top hand and press into the earth and come to a seated position. So, however, you can support yourself to get into a comfortable seat, you have my encouragement to do so. And now, just settle into this shape. And is there something that we've been fighting with, right? Internally? Is there something that we're just not accepting? And of course, there are things that should be that should be kind of not accepted, right? Of course, there are benefits and positive benefits and negatives to everything. But is there something that that I know I really just need to stop fighting and just accept it? For example, the back pain I've been fighting, but my body is just trying to tell me something. My body just needs attention. So if I accept that this is what I'm dealing with right now, how could that inform my healing? How could that change my perspective? So from your seated position, take your fingertips down to the side next to you. As you inhale, hi, sorry, I'm so sorry. My internet connection is not really what it should be today. So we are seated and we are inhaling the arms up to shoulder height. As you exhale, bring the palms together at heart center. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, part the palms. Take the fingertips all the way down. And so we're going to repeat this pattern. Inhale to shoulder height. Exhale, palms together. Inhale, hands all the way up. Exhale, fingertips all the way down. And so continue through that cycle. Palms together. Lift the palms. Exhale, release the fingertips down. So as you familiarize yourself with these movements, maybe if the Ujjayi breath is in your practice, ocean breath, maybe you bring that into play. And we'll do one more round wherever you are. Inhale as you lift. Exhale all the way down. And then just let your hands fall where they may. And notice how it feels. To be in this moment right now. Noticing your breath. And from here, gently make your way to table position. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. And moving into your cat-cow. Moving with your breath, feeling out the spine today. Maybe taking it into the hips. From this foundation, off-road it, right? Into the shoulders, maybe take the hips back into a little bit of an extended child's pose. Maybe from your table, take it forward a little bit. You're driving right now. You're driving the ship. And as you're doing this little dance, make your way back to center, curl your toes under, and press your hips up towards the sky into your downward facing dog. And continue the dance. Slowly opening up the calves, the hamstrings. And maybe in this posture, we can imagine releasing. So, whatever is weighing you down, something on your shoulders, in this position, if something were physically on your shoulders, it would fall right off, right? If some thoughts that weren't serving you were in your brain and there was a little trap door at the top, that trap door would fall right open and they'd fall right out. So once you've kind of worked it out, take a moment of stillness. And just imagine, what if whatever has been burdening you just slid right off your back? And slowly take your feet, walk them to the top of your mat into a forward fold. Feet together, really together, or hip distance apart, whatever would serve you best. Just sliding off the back, emptying out of the head. Breathing into the belly, feeling the compression of the belly and the up tops of the thighs. And then very slowly take the hands to the knees and roll up to a standing position. Feet hip distance apart, or as we've talked about I think it was last week, where you bring your feet together without looking down. Of course, if you feel safe to do that, if it is in your practice, in your body, that's something you might want to try it. If that's not safe for you, then absolutely look down at your feet, bring them together. And if you prefer to keep your feet hip distance, awesome. Take your attention to the soles of your feet, the entire surface of your feet pressing into the earth. As we press down into the earth rises to meet us and helps give us the oomph to rise into our mountain. So we observe it, accept, we release. And now that can help us to transform our attitude, transform our thought process, transform our perspective. So from standing at the top of your mat, step your right foot back. We're moving into high lunge, so maybe I can scoot a little bit forward. Step your right foot back a good amount so that you're coming into high lunge position, spiking through the back heel. And remember, as you're getting your foundation here, You can widen your stance, widen in this way a little bit. So we're not on a tightrope here, we're on skis. So if you need to kind of widen the stance a little bit, feel free. If you could benefit from a chair next to you or a piece of furniture or something or the wall to help keep you balanced, do that. That's great. So we're in our high lunge, hands at the hips or arms up overhead. Breathing here. And now, listen carefully. We're just going to rotate the back heel and plant it. Arms still up overhead or on your hips. And you may notice as you plant that back heel, this is warrior one. So now we're pressing through the edge of your back foot, front knee bent, arms up overhead, and we're going to move into eagle arms. So the right arm goes underneath the left. And if you know, hey, eagle arms isn't really that great for me, then give yourself a hug. Or in this general shape, right arm under left, giving yourself a hug, or maybe crossing at the elbows, or maybe moving into eagle. Breathing here, stretching through the upper back. And then on your next exhale, open up into warrior two. So inhale, exhale, release, and open up into warrior two. Maybe adjust your stance, widen the feet. I really love that feeling of coming from kind of this inward and then opening up into something new. Breathing here. Excellent. Straighten through the front leg. Reach the left palm forward and then move into your triangle. Breathing here. Adjust the feet, of course, as always. One more breath. And draw the navel out the warrior to me. Right arm swings down as you pivot on the back heel, lifting the back heel and arms come up or at your hips. So we're back to our high lunge. And then step forward. Maybe you take another little baby step here, step forward to your standing mountain. Pause here. Breathe. Notice. And now, with this attention to your breath, to your body, step your left foot back. Wide step. Spiking through the back heel. Bent through the front leg. And find your hand position in your high lunge. Maybe hands at the hips. Maybe arms up and overhead. And plant the back heel into your warrior one, pressing through the back edge of your back foot. And move into your eagle arms. This time, right arm under. So maybe you're doing your hug, crossing at the elbows, or taking the twist of the arms. Breathing here. Inhale, and on your next exhale, open it up. Release the arms into your warrior two. straighten through the front knee. Reach the front fingertips forward and hinge at the hips into your triangle. Belly button towards the spine. Lift back up the torso. Bend the front knee back to your warrior two. Feel the energy transforming. As we're moving our bodies, maybe you can feel the heat build. Maybe the sweat's forming. Maybe your breath is deepening or speeding up. Excellent. Take the left hand, rotate it down as you pivot on the back heel and come to your high lunge. And then very gently step forward to your mountain. Let the hands fall where they may. And on the inhale, take your shoulders up towards your to your ears. Take your shoulders up to your ears. Squeeze the shoulders up. And as you exhale with a sigh, drop the shoulders. And again, inhale, draw the shoulders up towards the ear and release. One more. Inhale and release with a sigh. Beautiful. From your standing position, take your arms out to the sides, up and overhead as you inhale. And exhale, hinge at the hips into your forward fold. On the inhale, lift halfway, your version. Exhale, release it back down. Plant the palms. Step one foot back, step the other foot back. You're in plank for just a moment. Drop the knees, of course, as always, into half plank, pressing away from the yoga mat. Building strength. And if your knees are extended in full plank, drop them into half plank. Everyone come back into a table. So hips over the knees, swing the toes to one side and come to a seated position. And drop right in. I invite you not to fidget, but just drop in. And just notice what you're experiencing right now. Just take your attention inward, whatever that means to you. Can we find something new that may transform our perspective? Observe, accept, release, transform. If you choose, bring your hands to heart center. I enjoyed being with you this morning. I do apologize for the technical difficulties. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope that this practice served you. From my heart to yours, we'll see you next time.